Hi, I'm Scott Brash and I'm here to tell you about a new style of riding boot that has been brought onto the market by Franco Tucci in a collaboration with myself. I first met the Tucci team several years ago now. I saw the stands at the shows, and when I met with the team, they showed me the different styles of boot, and I was really taken with the Harley boot. I thought it was a lovely looking boot, and yeah, I thought it was very comfortable to ride in, and I've been riding in this boot ever since. Quite often when I got a new pair of boots, I wanted to change a few technical aspects to the boot, just to help with my riding and to help with my connection I have with my horse. So yeah, Franco and his team and myself, we sat down one day and decided it'd be a good idea to do a collaboration together. To bring out a different style of boot with my requirements, because my requirements is what a lot of the riders' requirements are. So I'm gonna show you the boot now and show you the changes we've made. The boot is based on the Harley style boot, which is what I ride in. So I think we can all agree that the Harley style boot is a beautiful looking boot. And I think that your first noticeable change that you'll see is that there's a grey piping around here. And around the button at the top. And this comes in 5 different colours. Comes in grey, brown, blue, red and pink, and it's just to each of the riders what each rider prefers, really. So you can have whichever colour you want. And yeah, I think it just makes the boot look even more fashionable, more stylish, and really ahead of the times, I think. So I think it's a good feature to the boot. Going on to some of the more technical aspects of the boot, which I wanted to change, was I felt that when I was getting a new pair of riding boots, I would get cuts at the back of my heel and rubs and sores. You've got to remember that we're not only riding horses all day, but you could be putting your boots on at 7 o'clock in the morning at a show, and not taking them off till 10 o'clock at night. So I think it's very important to have a comfortable to wear boot, you know, and you don't want to be getting rubs and sores and making it painful to walk around in. So I explained this to Franco and his team, and they came up with this piece of leather that is strongly stitched on the inside that just protects your heel. So when the zip's done up, this part of your heel, it's double leather, so it really protects your heel, and you just don't get the sores anymore. And also, I think not only does it protect your heel, it protects the zip also, because the zip quite often would go there first. So I think that helps. And also, at the top of the boot, I felt that I was getting rubs behind the back of my knee, so we've put a piece of elastic here, which helps solve that problem also. On top of that, we have decided to put a stronger, more durable, reliable, longer lasting zip. I just felt that my zip would break after time, and I thought that was a weakness that we could get better. So we've got a stronger zip, and it's also Franco and his team have put this piece of elastic here, which really helps take the pressure off of the zip. and this just really helps, and it's all double stitched, so it's a lot stronger now. You have a lot stronger zip that I think is a good improvement. I also found another problem that when I was riding, quite often my zip would just kind of come down a little bit, and I was forever bending down and putting my zip back up. So we have put a button on the end of the zip, button on the inside, so just when the zip's done up, you button at the top, button at the top, and now simply the button the zip just does not come down anymore, it just stays there. So I feel that has helped. On top of this, I've also felt that over time this part of your boot can sometimes get broken down, and the leather can get damaged and weakened here, and you can end up getting a hole here in your boot. So it's really strong here and a lot softer here, and I think this just makes it a lot more comfortable boot to be walking around in, to be riding in. And lastly, I felt that I would always be quite. It would annoy me when I put my spurs on that your spur starts here, and then by the time you finish the round, your spur's down here somewhere, and it's not in the same connection with your horse at the end of the round as it is at the start of the round, which I just don't think's very good. So it would make me start tightening up my spur even more, and this was bad for the boot. It used to damage the front and would damage the zip at the back because it was so tight. So we've put blocks on here now so that your spur sits exactly there and it doesn't move, you know, it stays there from where you put it on. And yeah, I think this helps. Well, it helps protect the boot, but also helps me in my riding, that I know that my spur is always going to be at that point of my heel, so the connection with my horse I feel is better now. And every rider is a bit different, so they might want them at different levels, so that's why there's a few different blocks, so you can put them at whichever level you want. And also some horses are more sensitive than others. Sometimes you want your spur a little bit lower or a little bit higher, so that's why we have a few different blocks. You can select where you want your spur to be. And yeah, I think this is really good. So I think, yeah, overall, I think the technical aspects of the boot are really going to help, and I think they've improved the boot even more. And Franco and his team have always done a wonderful job in producing such a beautiful looking boot. Yeah, check them out at www.TucciTime.com, and I wish you all the best for the future.